Has been forecast for across Adelaide and the hills tomorrow. Simon Timke from the Bureau says it'll be a very wet weekend as well.
For the showdown on Saturday night, I think we'll probably see a few showers. So if you're after the footy, take plenty of wet weather gear with you, I think.
Now turning to FIVEAA sport, and Port Adelaide is expected to name skipper Connor Rosie to play in the showdown despite a broken hand. He tested it out at training last night and is on track to line up in coach Ken Hinkley's last showdown on Saturday night. Melbourne will appeal the AFL Tribunal's decision to suspend Stephen May for 3 games. The veteran defender was controversially banned over a collision with Carlton's Francis Evans. While Western Bulldogs coach Luke Beveridge admits he didn't lose any sleep over Marcus Bontempelli's drawn-out contract negotiations. Bontempelli this week agreed to a new 4-year extension, and Beveridge says he was always confident the skipper would re-sign.
I was never really in doubt. He said that, and I was never concerned about it. Everyone thought it was unusual that it took so long, but I must admit I didn't lose any sleep over it because I knew he'd still be here.
And Alex de Minaur has won through to the 3rd round of the Washington Tennis Open. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
At Stepney, crash getting cleared on McGill Road near Henry Street. Brighton, urgent gas works on Brighton Road near Lynmouth Street. Works for Globe Derby Park at the moment. Port Wakefield Road near Martins Road, speeds at 40 k's. And busy South Road at Edwardstown for the drive home. Cameras Anglevale Road, Virginia, and Baldock Road at Ingle Farm. Score a screamer of a deal at BWS. Get a bottle of Cat Amongst the Pigeons, Barossa Shiraz for $14. Hurry, offer ends Sunday. T's and C's apply. Choose to drink wise. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
To the weather, partly cloudy and 17. Rain tomorrow down to 13 and showers for the weekend, tops of 14. At the moment, 17 on FIVEAA, always Adelaide.
It's back! Barnacle Bill's Bounty Pack. Sumptuous fish, prawns and calamari, spring rolls, chips and tartare sauce, and a 1.25 litre Coke, all for just $35. Amazing value. Feed the entire family. Sensational seafood plus a 1.25 litre Coke. Get into Barnacle Bill today for the Barnacle Bill Bounty Pack. Only $35.
Fresh from the sea, it's gotta be Barnacle Bill.
If you eat too much junk food or drink too many sugary drinks, toxic fat can build up around your vital organs, releasing dangerous levels of chemicals that bring heart disease, type 2 diabetes and cancer closer. When you think of toxic fat around your vital organs, making some small changes like eating less junk food or drinking less sugary drinks is no big deal. Visit sa.livelighter.com.au today. A message from the Government of South Australia.
Here at FIVEAA, we're all about supporting local. Head to the Excelsior Hotel, where kids eat free every weekend. The Excelsior Hotel, 110 Coghlan Street, Brompton. Feels like coming home, but better.
If you need to fix your pipes, call Precise. Call Precise. If your toilet's blocking up, call Precise. Call Precise. If your lights aren't turning on, or your hot water is gone, or a plumber or an electrician, call Precise. Precise.
Precise Plumbing and Electrical. Call 1300 700 200. That's 1300 700 200. Precise Plumbing and Electrical. On time, on budget, on the job.
Or a plumber or an electrician, call Precise. Call Precise.
Just 30 minutes from the CBD at the base of the Adelaide foothills, discover Newman's Nursery, a multi-award-winning destination garden centre. Everything that you can imagine for your garden and more is at Newman's. Browse Adelaide's largest collection of camellias. Discover shade trees, fruit trees, citrus, roses, hedges, and everything else you would expect to find. Isn't it time you discovered the horticulturalists at Newman's Nursery? North East Road, Tea Tree Gully, open every day. A tradition in quality.
A new elevated shopping experience awaits at Burnside Village. With a 2-storey Mecca flagship store, Coco Republic, JB Hi-Fi, Uniqlo, Style Runner, Kavari, July and much more. Burnside Village. Fashion, dining, lifestyle. BurnsideVillage.com.au.
In your suburb.
Good evening from Port Noarlunga.
Across your state.
A sombre scene here in Bordertown tonight.
9 News is covering the stories that matter to South Australians.
We begin with breaking news tonight.
South Australian parents urged to be extra vigilant.
Because your home is our home. Adelaide is your city. 9 is your news.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app, on DAB Digital Radio, and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
Nice to have your company on this Thursday afternoon. Last hour of the show, 8 minutes after 3. Great to have your company. 8223 0000 is my number. 2 South Australian institutions in this last hour. We'll meet the great team from Halls after the 3:30 headlines, a new product to let you know all about. But as we start, if you're watching us on the Complete Care live stream, Facebook and YouTube, you'll be able to see myself and my very special guest, the festival director from Ausasia. June Kwok is here because from Her Majesty's to the Botanic Gardens, Ausasia Festival was today announced, and there is an extended program right across the city and the state. It's 4 weekends this spring, Friday, October 17 to the 9th of November, which is a Sunday. June Kwok, lovely to see you. Thank you for coming in. Congratulations. Today's the day.
It is. Thank you so much, Leith, for having me here too.
Is it calm before the storm for you? Is it like you're getting there, and now it's released, and now you can relax and exhale?
I'm not sure if relax is the right word. I am very excited. Let's put it that way. It's a little bit like I've been planning for this party and now the invitations have gone out. It's a little bit like that, and I'm like waiting for everybody to come. So I am very, very excited about the festival being out there. You know, we spend all this time preparing it and planning for it, and to finally be able to tell everybody about it, we're just excited.
And it's so good, you're going longer than normal.
Yes. So we know that everyone loves Ausasia Festival, and it's springtime. We're coming out of winter. So please come on down. And, you know, we have provided, we've decided to go a little longer this year because why not party a little longer if we can?
Why not? We are the festival state. That's what we do so well. You are expanding right across the city. I mentioned some of the places, the Town Hall, Her Majesty's, the Odeon, the Botanic Gardens, and so much more. Explain to us, and we'll narrow down on some of the things that are happening, but it's such an exciting time, isn't it, for Ausasia, because it's about performances and conversations, and it's about food, and you've got premieres everywhere. So it's something for everyone.
Absolutely. And I love that this year, not only do we have this extended program, but that we are coming out into the communities. And you've mentioned all of these fantastic venues that we're going to be in. So we are across the CBD and beyond. You've mentioned some of those venues. Very excited about that. But of course we have, you know, you've mentioned that some of our ticketed events, we're excited to have, you know, dance, theatre, music, cuisine. We're excited to have all of that again this year. And of course our festival favourites. I can't not talk about Ausasia without talking about our festival favourites.
We're going to get to those. I'm going to narrow down, and this is always hard because the brochure's out now and there's so much to see and do. But this is where you earn your money. Narrow down a couple for us that we should really be excited about. What's jumping off the page at you?
All right. Well, jumping off the page for me, I think you should definitely check out our special comedy special. This year, we've given it a bit of a theme, and it's called Greatest Debate. So it's our special comedy, Greatest Debate, because we are going to have the greatest debate. We have a lineup of amazing stand-up comedians, and this is an event hosted by local comedian Jason Chong. And together, these teams will be debating, I think, a very hot topic for right now, that the new Australian dream is never moving out.
Right.
Yes.
So that with a comedic slant on it too.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
so I think everyone should come and check that out, and love that we've got a local comedian in there, Kushi Venkatesh, as part of the lineup as well. So you definitely want to come and check her out. Also very, very excited for Grammy Award-winning Hiromi, who's a very famous jazz pianist, Japanese jazz pianist, who will be gracing the stage at Adelaide Town Hall. In a new work called the Piano Quintet. She'll be performing with a string quartet. So it's a jazz fusion concert with classical music. So I think it's going to be really quite exciting.
Amazing. How is it easy to get Grammy Award-winning artists to our city for these kind of festivals? Did you have to twist some arms and call in some favours?
I certainly did. It took me about 4 years to get her here.
Really?
So this is why I'm so excited, because it's taken a long time to nail this artist down and to get her to come through Adelaide.
So the fact that we see artists like this ilk who come to our city or come to our country rather for national tours, quite often we miss out. So we're not missing out here. So one night only?
One night only at Adelaide Town Hall, and we will not be missing out. I was determined.
Okay, Hiromi, celebrating his 80th birthday. William Yang. What can you tell us about William?
Oh, look, William Yang is an Asian Australian icon. He is known as a photographer. That's probably where he's most well known, but he's also known as a storyteller. And the kinds of works that he's put together in the past have included, a slideshow with lots of beautiful photographs from his archive, plus stories from his life. And he's 80, so this is a look back at his 80 years of incredible, I guess, documentation of Australian cultural and social life. So you definitely want to come and have a look. It's different from his other storytelling shows in that we've got live music, composed by an amazing Australian composer and performed by Ensemble Lumen, which is from the Elder Conservatorium. So a local angle in there too.
Isn't it great to be able to celebrate pioneers while they're with us? I don't mean that rudely, but quite often in death. And I think, I hope everyone realises while they're alive how much they're beloved.
Absolutely, yes. And I think we should definitely be celebrating William. He is such an icon, and it will be a joyful tribute to him. So everyone should come down and have a look at this show.
What else is exciting you? I saw one, Opera for the Dead.
Yes.
That jumped out at me.
Oh, look, Opera for the Dead, I think, is one of my favourites. I shouldn't have favourites. I shouldn't have said that, actually. Sorry to all the other shows in the program. But Opera for the Dead is this amazing experience where we're inviting audiences to be immersed in it. So it's not like a sit down and watch it show. We're asking you to kind of move around and explore the space. So this show is taking place at the Odeon. It's an exploration of Chinese mourning rituals, and it's described as a cyber opera. So if you can, kind of imagine what that's going to be like, but just imagine this experience, this amazing music performed by artists Monica Lim and Mindy Meng Wong. Chinese traditional instrumentation together with electronic processing, 3D animation, mobile stages. The Odeon will be transformed from a stage to a cinema to a dance floor. It's going to be quite an extraordinary experience.
Is the most fun for you as a festival director to put these kind of shows together? Because some of these people are going to get out of their comfort zones to go and enjoy. And you would have seen that over the period of time with AusAsia too, where you don't have to be Asian. You don't have to know someone who's Asian to embrace it. It's just get there and enjoy, open up your mind, jump in, immerse yourself in the culture, and people love it and they come back for more. I like the idea of some of these where maybe that's not something that people would normally see, but they will give it a try this time.
Absolutely, and we do. We invite you to take a bit of a chance on something that you might not have seen before or experienced, because you never know. You might just love it and just want to keep doing these immersive experiences. So we highly encourage you to come and try something new.
You've got 200 local performers, national performers, international performers from 14 countries. So it is hard for you to have favourites.
Yes, it is hard.
In amongst all that, because they're all your favourites. So where can we pick up the brochure now? Best website is the best way to also find out what to have a look at?
Absolutely. So ausasiafestival.com.au is where all of our details are. You should definitely go and check that out. And could I mention as well that for the first 4 days, so we've launched today until Sunday evening, where we have an early bird special.
I did see that.
Yes. So all tickets are there for a number of shows. Tickets are on sale. So
until this Sunday, the 27th.
Until this Sunday evening, yes. So you want to get online, have a look, see what catches your interest. Tickets are on sale this opening weekend.
So you're flicking through, you're browsing, so have a look at all those ones that you know, ones that you don't know, whatever it might be, immerse yourself in. You mentioned the tried and tested favourites. People look, they mark it on their calendars, I'm sure, June, to be able to go and enjoy the Lantern Festival, to go and enjoy the dumpling markets. Talk to us about those, because we sort of leave them to last because we know, but they're still such favourites for everyone.
Absolutely. And, Moon Lantern Trail, very excited that it's back again. And once again, it'll be down there at Pinky Flat. But I'm really excited this year because we've created a new little space down there at Moon Lantern Trail, which we've called Moon Garden. So we want you to come down. We're describing it as a family-friendly retreat away from the hustle and bustle of, whatever else is usually going on in the city. This is a daytime experience because Moon Lantern Trail is as beautiful by day as it is by night. So come on down to the Moon Garden. Retreat from the outside world. Come and grab a bite to eat. Come and do some workshops with local communities and local artists, and come and just hang with your family and friends. I think it's going to be really gorgeous. So that's the Moon Garden.
It'll be easy to see one with the 40-metre long dragon. Are we seeing that around?
Yes.
The time?
The dragon will 100% be back on the Riverbank Footbridge. And what I think I'm very excited about this as well is that the dragon will be up for 3 weekends.
Oh,
Usually
great.
it's only up for Moon Lantern Trail itself, so the 4 days, but this year, 3 weekends. So there's plenty of opportunities to come down and enjoy it, whether it's by day or by night.
Do you know what? We've had such nice weather up until recently, the last couple of weeks. The weather gods, I'm not sure if you're a believer, but we need them to look after you. Most years you get away with it. You know, it doesn't affect it too much. Every now and then you just get drowned. So let's hope, fingers crossed.
Absolutely. I have put my order in. I usually, complete that form and ask for the weather gods to bless us with beautiful blue skies and sunny days.
Well, the beauty of having it a little longer now, you've got more time. You've got more chance. You have a bad day, doesn't matter. We've got more days to enjoy.
Exactly.
The dumpling market.
Yes.
I mean, the smells, the aroma, the food, the people that just stream down.
Absolutely.
You must be delighted to see that again.
We absolutely do love that, and we love that hustle and bustle of the Lucky Dumpling Market. So we'd love for everybody to come down and enjoy some Asian cuisine under what I hope to be beautiful blue skies and sunny days, but also to enjoy all of our free entertainment on the Lucky Dumpling Market stage there. Lots of fantastic free entertainment for everybody. We have a music program featuring local artists from across Australia, as well as some international artists from Vietnam, Indonesia and Thailand this year. So
that's excellent.
Very, very excited about that.
I know, speaking to Douglas Gautier over the years about this, how blessed we are in Adelaide to have this. It's, again, we sometimes maybe take it for granted, the Fringe and the Adelaide Festival and the Cabaret and the Guitar, etc. Like, we need to keep supporting, because you know that they're going to be here each and every year, but it continues to be supported, doesn't it, in this day and age of where we're at?
Yeah, absolutely. And, all of our festivals, the ones that come that are presented by the Adelaide Festival Centre, so proud to be part of the wider South Australian and Adelaide landscape, and that AusAsia has a part to play in all of that too. So, but yes, to have a festival that features all Asian and Asian Australian artists, collaborations between Asian artists and and Australian theatre companies and artists as well. Yep. It's really exciting and such a unique opportunity across Australia.
Your second year as the festival director, take any learnings from first year into this year? Are you feeling calm? Well, what's your emotions going into? It's like your next album. You've released the debut, and now we're all right. What's June going to give for us? Album number 2.
Oh gosh, look, I hope my second album everyone loves as much as my first album. We had such a great year last year with record attendances across all of our programs, whether it's our festival favourites all the way through to our ticketed programs, through to our exhibitions and, Weekend of Words, our literary program towards the end of the festival. I'm just hoping that all of those audiences that embraced us last year will embrace my program last year, will embrace me again this year and come along and see some things. But we're across a whole range of different venues this year too. So hopefully that might encourage you to explore somewhere different or visit somewhere new.
They absolutely will. I'm confident with your second album. I think you're going to go so well. Early bird ticket sales are on now until Sunday, the 27th of July. AusAsiaFestival.com.au for details. The festival itself runs from the 17th of October to the 9th of November. You've got an extra week in there. Apart from the website, we can get the brochure. Where do we find that around town?
Absolutely. So they're around all of your favourite places and all of your favourite spots. Keep your eye out in a cafe, for example.
Lovely to have you in. Congratulations
Thank
again.
You, Leith.
It's going to be so great to see, and well done to you and your team for what you continue to deliver for us here in Adelaide. So all the very best with it.
Thank you so much, Leith.
Festival Director of AusAsia, June Kwok, is my guest. Get on to the website, AusAsiaFestival.com.au. October 17 to November 9, as we say. Performances, conversation, food and so much more.
Don't miss the Cheapest Chips Chippy Rewards Super Sale this weekend.
Cheapest Chips.
Members get 30% off flooring, excluding Black Dot. Sign up and start saving. Offer ends this Sunday. Live cheaper at the Chippy Rewards Super Sale at Cheapest Chips.
In your heaviest moments, the women of White Lady Funerals are here to unburden you and your family. Wherever you are, whatever you need, know that you can share in our strength. White Lady Funerals. Let our strength help you find yours.
Drive long enough in this country and you learn a thing or two about how Australia rolls. First kisses, last calls, big nights, fresh starts. And when we say we'll show up, we bloody show up.
Hey, mate. Can we swing past drive-through?
Of course, mate. This isn't a side gig. It's our life. I'm with 13 Cabs, and this is how we roll.
Download the app. Book 13 Cabs.
Feeling the calm of the ocean. Making it to my daughter's wedding. Lunch with the grandkids. This is palliative care. From the time you or a loved one is diagnosed with a life-limiting illness, Palliative Care Connect can provide you with information and links to palliative care and emotional support services across South Australia. Learn more at palliativecareconnect.com.au. Palliative Care Connect is supported by funding from the Australian Government Department of Health and Aged Care.
Healthy soil is the key to a thriving garden. Good soil needs a mix of organic matter, nutrients and biology, all of which you will find in Chock-a-Block, a new super compost from Nutrog. Chock-a-Block is a unique blend of nutrition, microbes and humates with absolutely no green waste, meaning it's consistent all year round. Chock-a-Block, easy to remember as it's literally chock-a-block full of goodness. Look out for the green and gold bale in your local hardware or garden centre.
Indulge in a breathtaking journey from India's Golden Triangle to the serene beauty of Seychelles with Imagine Cruising and Phil Hoffman Travel. Begin with a week in 5-star luxury in India, followed by a 16-night all-inclusive cruise with Azamara from Singapore to the Seychelles. Relax on pristine beaches, snorkelling crystal clear waters and rejuvenate in tropical paradise. 30-night packages include flights from Adelaide from $10,999 per person. Visit pht.com.au.
Hi, Brett Ebert here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. OK, the end of financial year might be done and dusted, but at Mawson Lakes Mazda, the deals aren't. All makes, models and colours are being cleared, no exceptions. And there's a huge range of locate demos all ready for immediate delivery. Plus, you'll get free on roads, free stamp duty, free 12 months rego and $500 worth of accessories. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, T's and C's apply.
5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
Our great thanks to Complete Care, that's complete with a K, our live stream now going Facebook and YouTube. You can listen to us, you can watch us as well. Every afternoon between 3 and 4, Stephen Rowe, Tim Jennifer will continue your viewing pleasure. After 4 o'clock, we'll get to headlines very shortly. Cam Ballard's going to join us from Halls on the other side of the news headlines. We are calling on all of you here at 5AA to help us out. We want to shine a light on remarkable South Australians who are aged 70 or over. We're calling it the 7 sensational South Australians over 70s. That's a tongue twister. She sells seashells. We're after 7 sensational South Aussies who continue to lead, achieve, aspire. If you know someone who is sensational, might be a friend of yours, might be a neighbour, might be yourself. Don't be shy. This is not a time for you to be modest. Nominate away. Could be yourself, someone you know. 5AA.com.au. Recognise their outstanding contribution. It's proudly presented by 5AA and ECH. If you want more retirement living and home care service choice from the one provider, you can get more choice when you speak to the great team from ECH. So go to 5AA.com.au and nominate someone. It could be you. Before we get to headlines, Leith, this is an absolute disaster regarding the Bedford situation, says this text. A wonderful institution that for a long time has clearly been in the sights of the government's axe waving over the heads of the vulnerable. Social responsibility has left the building in this state and this country. Shame on them. Thank you for the text. As I mentioned, one of my friends text during the break, one of 2,000 people that's probably just lost their job, which is heartbreaking because we know not just at someone's living, but also the work that they do, the amazing work that they do, and what Bedford means for people, not just those who work there, but those who are associated with Bedford too. So it is very sad. A media statement from Bedford came through saying that following the exhaustive negotiation process with the government, state and federally, banking and commercial partners, Bedford has this morning advised their clients, their families and staff that the organisation is expected to enter voluntary administration this coming Sunday. It is quick. It's a heartbreaking decision that will impact 1,400 people with disabilities across SA. Comes after Bedford has spent recent years firmly focused on innovation to decouple the organisation from the reliance of funding models related to the NDIS and many successes on this pathway. The leaders of Bedford will continue to seek a future which protects the clients, the residents and the staff, and the dialogue remains open with the federal government until the deadline of this coming Sunday. Let's hope conversations can be had in that time. People remain the priority. Today they advised all the potentially impact of the organisation's likely position as of Monday, the 28th of July. That is sad, sad news. Hopefully something can be done about it. We'll get to headlines with Kendall on the other side. I hope you can join us. We'll get to your text messages, your emails, and more of your calls, and we will celebrate our beloved soft drink brand Halls next.
5AA Mornings with Graham Goodings.
Homelessness, it's all too apparent. The traditional picture, you've mentioned a homeless person, you would see a man probably in his 60s shuffling around. It's changed, and it's changed dramatically over recent times. Not only has it become younger people, there are more women.
Graham Goodings.
It is a particularly alarming situation.
Weekday mornings from 9 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
At Lutheran Homes Group, we get that needs change as you grow older. But that doesn't necessarily mean leaving your home. For the home and community support you need to live the life you want. Lutheran Homes Group, we get you.
Drive away with a bargain this winter at Camper Agent RV Supercentre. Receive up to $5,000 of bonus value on cashbacks, fuel vouchers and free extended warranties on selected top brands. Shop from Winnebago, Windsor, Corrimal and Hitchhiker. With the largest selection of certified pre-owned RVs available nationally, we're your one-stop shop for new and used caravans, camper vans, motorhomes and more. Hurry while stocks last. Visit Camper Agent RV Supercentre, Parafield Gardens.
Well, if you're looking for the perfect day trip, maybe a place that caters for groups, a place that can offer set price lunch, including a hot Dutch lunch, coffee or tea, slice of homemade cake, look no further than the Netherlands. Perfect for a day trip, and by the Netherlands, I'm talking about the Dutch Pantry in Klemzig, a little Dutch village where you'll find authentic Dutch products, the fresh produce, the baked cakes, the cafe that's bursting with the delicious Dutch meals, breakfast, brunch or lunch. The choice is yours. If you're a coordinator, you're a carer, you're looking for a new experience for a group, why not give Angela a call? She is the queen. The Dutch Queen. Ask about the set menu option. While you're there, have a look and stroll through. You can go past the windmill, you can admire the tulips, and they've also got that amazing collection of the Delft Blue. Experience the Netherlands right here in South Australia. You don't have to get on a plane. You just go to the Dutch Pantry, located at OG Road, Klemzig.
Australia, the wait is over. AC/DC are back. Power up at the BP Adelaide Grand Final, Sunday, November 30. One of the world's greatest rock bands, AC/DC, with special guests Amel and the Sniffers. Limited premium concert viewing tickets into areas A and B still available. All tickets include access to the BP Adelaide Grand Final on Sunday. Tickets at Ticketmaster.
Hi, Daniel Talley here, General Manager of Home. That's HAUME. Sometimes renovating an older home built before the 90s is just not worth the hassle, time or the cost. Instead, we buy your home as it is and give you as much time as you need to find your new dream home. We don't charge fees, there's no advertising costs or commissions. We just make the process of selling your home easy. Look out for a letter from us in your mailbox or visit home.com.au. That's HAUME.com.au.
Fluorio Milk Company will always put SA first, and you can too. When you reach for milk, reach for Fluorio Milk Company products and support our dairy farmers and their families. We guarantee that all our milk is 100% South Australian and it's always fresh. We have over 24 refrigerated trucks shipping Fluorio milk to cafes, restaurants and supermarkets all over SA. Look for the local in your supermarket. Fluorio Milk Company. We're for SA dairy farmers.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brattig. There's still no sign of the missing head of Port Lincoln man Julian Story as police wrap up a renewed search. The Australian government's confident biosecurity concerns have been addressed and US beef products can now be allowed into the country. SA disability support organisation Bedford is set to enter voluntary administration. And Port Adelaide skipper Connor Rosie's on track to play in Saturday night showdown. Cloudy and 17, at the moment 17. More news at 4 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Live, local. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
Complete Care live stream now going on Facebook and YouTube, and you'll want to check this out, particularly if you are someone who loves Great South Australian brands, great South Australian families and businesses, one from the past that has been reborn and is flying, which we are so happy to know about. I want to talk about Hall's soft drinks with you for a second here, and we're about to speak to Cam more about the exciting news that's going on with Hall's. But many South Australians, I'm sure, over the years, over the decades, remember and love Hall's soft drinks, known for the lemon twist, known for the fruiter, known for the stony ginger beer, and of course their much-loved lemonade.
New Hall's lemonade. The power of the tang will make your hair curl.
The power of the tang. Let's take you then to another commercial back in the 80s, 1986. The taste, the tang, the bubbles. Cam Ballard is here from Hall's. Lovely to see you, Cam. Thanks for coming in. You might have to, I don't know, sort of revisit some of these slightly adult movie-sounding commercials that you guys had back in the 80s.
Quite a soundtrack, isn't it?
How good is that? I want to play you one more, if I can. This is a very different time, because not only is the place that sold the Halls no longer with us, but the price point's a little different. This is what happened in the last 40 years. Take a listen to this commercial from Bilo.
Howdy. At Bilo, the price of 1 litre Halls soft drink has taken a dive. 49 cents? Huge dive, Halls, at Bilo. Cheap groceries.
When's the last time anything that was a litre was 49 cents? Probably 40 years ago, I would imagine.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Bilo's been around for the last 3 or so decades.
Correct.
So,
It's a while ago. It's lovely to see you first and foremost. Thank you for coming in. Let's revisit quickly before we talk about the exciting news that you have. You and we spoke on the previous show. I was working on a nights when you re-brought or reintroduced Halls back to South Australia and Australia, which was excellent. Refresh for us, for those people who don't remember. So Halls 1849 initially from George Hall. And then it was, 100 plus years until when did Halls disappear the first time?
For my understanding, the last Halls branded product was around the turn of the century. So about 2000 was when the Coca-Cola were still making it under the Halls brand, and there was the lemonade. And at some point there must have been a brand rationalisation within Coke, and a lot of the sort of state-by-state brands all just got swallowed up and became Kirk's. So they still made a Kirk's fruiter, which is, I don't think, paying homage to the product.
No.
But, so they still made a Kirk's fruiter while they were producing in Adelaide before they shut down Coca-Cola at Theberton. And other state-by-state brands got brought. Snowdrop was a Halls flavour. That's still available under the Kirk's banner. But I think it was the 1970s that the Halls family themselves sold the brand.
Yes.
So
then the name becomes available, and you're one of these people, you're sort of scouring, what can I buy into, what can I revisit, what can I reintroduce. Halls becomes available for you. Your family and you're involved in the game, and it just was like a perfect marriage.
Yeah, well, when I was a child, my parents had a soft drink line. They did a lot of the generic soft drinks, and they started producing Jolt Cola in Australia.
Cola, which again is a real nostalgic thing for a lot of people.
Yeah, so we after they sold that business, we had Jolt Contract Pack. It was just had a pulse for a couple of decades while we focused on different areas, primarily coffee, and it was really looking at the IP Australia options around the Jolt trademark that I just went down the rabbit warren a little bit.
Yeah,
focused on Halls, saw the expiration date, put in for the next in line. The incumbent owner renewed it. They have a 6-month grace period, and then I had to go through a whole bunch of different avenues to have that removed under the basis that they weren't actually using the trademark. So that was probably about an 8 year from start to finish process. And then that's actually the easy part. Then you need to start manufacturing it. And I just really couldn't find a partner, and I was of the opinion it had to be made in South Australia. And there was just no one. There are a few that do things similar enough, but no one that would really fit into what we do. And then as luck would have it, there was another brand divesting in a facility at Wollonga, and we managed to secure that facility.
So it's back in South Australian hands,
Yes.
halls. It's South Australian made again,
Yes.
which is what we love. So you're there at Wollonga. How many staff you got?
I've got 5 full-time staff, lovely people that are on the line, we run the admin side of it and processing orders and invoices from the main office in Welland.
And so then you relaunch, and now we get to see you everywhere, don't we? Like in independent supermarkets, we get to see, and you've brought back the Fruita and the cola and the lemonade, the ginger beer. Like they're all back. How's it been? Have you noticed the nostalgic pull from people? Like people are excited again to be enjoying halls?
Yeah, I think so. And I was always looking forward to getting through the first couple of months of fascination with the brand. And I think there's definitely enough behind it now, 18 months or so later, that people are enjoying the product for what it is. It's a great product.
Yep.
The flavours are as close as what we could possibly make to what they were.
Absolutely.
So they're really, really being enjoyed. It's not an easy category. There's obviously a few very, very big...
There's a couple of big boys you're up against.
Big global billion-dollar sort of corporations
but
playing
you're punching
around.
Away. This is what I love.
We're trying to do our best, yeah.
I've been able to taste all of them. And from what I can remember, and again, your memory... It's a bit like the Polywaffle situation. So beloved are these from so many people that, when you try Fruita for the first time, you're almost hoping and praying that it tastes like it used to, which it does. I don't think there's any difference between the Fruita then and the Fruita now. And I was really interested when last time I saw you, when we had the ginger beer for the first time. And I was like, come on, I just hope it's exactly, because so many people love that, don't they? People are very nostalgic with products.
Yes. And a lot of the flavours with halls I found just had rusted on supporters, which also almost brings me here today.
Yes, yes.
And the Stony Ginger Beer, people ask me what my favourite is, and I generally say it's the last one I drank. As far as flavours, it's almost like your children. I don't choose between. They're all great in their own flavour profile.
I don't drink alcohol, but I've seen many people with a Cooper's Pale Ale sort of tip it upside down to let it do that, and then they drink it. You do that with the ginger beer. Like I tip it upside down, get whatever's on the sediment, etc.
Yes. So we're using Australian-grown ginger, so real ginger in the Stony Ginger Beer. In fact, everything we do, Australian-grown sugar, we're not touching any of the imported to the cheaper options. The whole point of a local company is to try to support other local businesses, and if there's we don't grow sugar in South Australia, then I'll go to the next best place, which is the Greater Australia. So we're trying to keep everything as localised as we can.
And your glass bottles too, which is a real difference in the market, isn't it too? You're strong on that.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, I just think the glass is a fantastic vessel. Holds the carbonation better. I don't think anyone really just disagrees that for some reason everything tastes better out of glass. So, yeah.
Well, I might have told you last time, it's funny, Graham Corns will not drink soft drink out of a plastic bottle because he agrees 100%. It always tastes better in glass. And maybe we were spoiled for such a long time that manufacturers would have given us those glass bottles. They take them away, they put them in plastic, and it does. There's a very different taste in a plastic bottle than whether it's a carbonation or whatever works.
Yeah, correct. And the level of carbonation affects the flavour. So when you have sometimes a plastic bottle that might be a bit older, that the flatness that you get, it really makes it a bit sickly sweet. So the glass is really good at holding that carbonation.
Yeah, sometimes you open it and it's flat as soon as you've opened it.
Yes.
You think, what's going on there? One of the great things of your brand is the South Australian recognition and the love for it, kind of the rainbow, if you will, the whole sort of rainbow. You've released merch too, so people that love these products can actually wear these products too. We'll show this on the live stream. So I know you've got these for a number of your products here, but here's the one for Lemon Twist, which, by the way, the green and gold sort of stripes are so iconic. Like that shoots me straight back to 1980s country towns, southeast, enjoying all of that kind of stuff. But you got T-shirts in all of the ranges, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we've got some limited stock of T-shirts, tote bags are available for purchase over the website with our drinks as well. So, yeah, the merch is, I'm not going to a clothing brand, but it's just a little bit of fun, really.
It's fun.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed, and we try and do it on the radio show, but people lean into nostalgia. There are many people, I'm sure, who are listening who are thinking about the times that they used to get Halls products as kids. It was around forever.
Yeah.
And now they've got on in age, but now you get it back again.
A lot of the comments I loved seeing when we brought it back were, people tagging cousins. Remember, we used to drink this at we used to go into Pop Shed and steal this and all that type of thing. So, yeah.
We told the story at night. People in the afternoon might not have heard it too, but the Hall's family, so Mark Bickley's wife, Tori, was Tori Hall.
Yes.
And so you spoke to the Hall family, didn't you?
I did.
Before, you up and about.
Yeah, I did. I actually made quite an effort to track down people. I just figured if there was a well-loved Ballard brand of drink or chocolates and it was coming back after a few decades, that it'd be nice to know. And it was actually Tori's cousin who turns out it's a mate of mine, but Hall was the mum's maiden name, so I didn't know him as Hall. And it wasn't until I was talking to him, he said, I think you got to talk to my uncle Richard, who's Tori's father, who's unfortunately
sadly not with us anymore.
And he was really generous with his time, and I went into his house and looked at some of these little
got all the
memorabilia.
Halls?
And
Awesome.
So it was lovely. Yeah, and he was very kind. Called me up when he had gone and bought all the flavours and did a big taste testing with the family. So no, it was great to have a level of support. From the original Hall family and descendants.
Well, it's so great. I love what you're doing. I love the fact that you brought back an iconic South Australian company and you're continuing the traditions going forward in 2025. You are here for a very special purpose, and I thank you immensely for this. And you did tell me that this is an exclusive.
A Leith exclusive.
This is an exclusive. What? Cam Ballard from Halls, what have you got for us today?
Okay.
Exclusively.
Well, two things. One is that I'm a man of my word, and I did promise you that the next flavour to drop would be at your request, sarsaparilla.
Bless.
So I've brought into the studio today sarsaparilla, but it with a difference compared to the other flavours that it's in a can. So,
folks, look at this on the live stream. Complete Care, YouTube and Facebook. For the very first time, you are seeing the return of the Hall sarsaparilla in a can. Look at that, the iconic kind of Northern Territory colours, the white can, the brown, the red and the orange. That is literally, it's the weirdest nostalgic. I've gone back like 30 years.
I was so excited when I saw the digital mock-ups and the flat screen proofs to print.
Great.
But once I actually held this cold, knowing the sarsaparilla in my hands and cracked one open just before to make sure it was passable.
Yes.
It does. It really throws you back. It's a great looking logo. It's really fun, and it's really quite an honour to be able to get that back into people's hands.
So I do apologise. You and I had this conversation. I am a sarsaparilla fan.
Yes.
Now I know sarsaparilla is a polarizing flavour for people. There are some people who do not like SARS, but as kids we loved it. And when we had that conversation, I said, if you ever bring it back, please come and see us. A man of your word, you've done just that. So do we get to drink it now on air for the very first time? It's not in shops yet?
No, it's not. No. So, yes.
When will it be in shops?
Well, at the moment,
I'm going to put these straight on eBay and find myself a holiday home.
We're at our first run of production, actually. We've got FIVEAA in the tank being run tomorrow.
Yes.
And then next week we'll finish off with lemonade, lemon twist and the classic cola with a view that we'll start pushing it out into shops as soon as we can get some production behind us, and also that just bearing in mind spring isn't too far from being around the corner. We'll look to extend the range somewhat. I know that we've had some very, very patient people that I'd like to thank.
Yes.
Being a small family business, we don't have deep pockets. We don't have huge teams of food techs and R&D. So we're just trying to pay homage to the flavours as they were in our own time. Do it properly, do it well.
So you'll get the bottle still, and now you have the choice of can as well.
Correct. Yeah, the bottles are great, but there are just some places that glass bottles won't work.
Stacks better too in some fridges, cans.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Makes it all right, here we go. Now, I'm going to do this just in case our entire technical team are watching us on the live stream. I'm going right away from the desk. You didn't shake this up at all,
I
did
did
you?
not shake that up.
All right. No. Are you did you love it as much as the first time? Here we go.
Absolutely.
Oh. I'm happy to drink near the desk because I promise Gary I won't spill it, but all right, this is not great viewing for people on the live.
I didn't sign a waiver. I'm not paying for this equipment if you spill it. No? Okay, good.
So I'm going to walk away. Oh, do you know what it is? It's childhood in a can. Oh, my Lord. What is sarsaparilla as a flavour? Are you able, is it a type of licorice or... Well, I don't quite know how to describe it.
I'm not entirely sure. I know that root beer and sarsaparilla are quite closely tied. I think that root beer was made from root of the sarsaparilla tree. I should probably know, but
well
I
done.
can open this over
Go
here.
for it. Yeah, just don't spill it. Oh, my Lord. People are going to love, and I know there's non-sarsaparilla people in the audience, but that is It's amazing how that's literally, it's the weirdest. I'm sure people get this all the time with food and beverage, where it plays a trick with your mind straight away. I haven't had sarsaparilla for ages because I haven't been able to find a sarsaparilla that I like.
Yes. Oh, well, there's people that like Brussels sprouts as well. It takes all types. I quite like it. But I think there's a group of people out there that are definitely very, very passionate SARS people. They've let us know over the past 12, 18 months that
Do you know the best thing too? There's a little tang at the end. So you drink it, it's gone down and then hits you. Oh, Cam, well done. That is awesome. So that'll be in stores soon.
Yep. Yes, we'll start working feverishly now to make sure that it's on the shelf. So, yes, the cans are a big one for us. It's taken a bit longer than I would have liked, but we'll keep extending the range. We're working through different products. Cordials is another product that Halls had back in the day, so we're working through some cordial recipes to look at launching. And because we make all our own syrup from scratch in South Australia down at Wollonga, I've invested in a bag-and-box filler so that we'll be the only company in South Australia that'll be filling bag-and-box syrup so that we can make it from scratch, put it in a bag and a box, and start approaching venues to have Hall's post-mix.
Now you're talking, Cam. Now you're on fire. All right, people are flooding through with messages. So Caesar from North Adelaide is a Halls fan. He says the same labelling is 100%. So congratulations to you and your team on that. Would you do a Halls with vodka range? Have you ever thought of going into the alcoholic beverage game?
A little bit. Alcohol is not something that we're that experienced with, but potentially not branded Halls. I just would like to keep that a little bit innocent. I would hate to have it targeted at children and whatnot.
Come up with ballads.
But there's something that may or may not be happening there.
How excited can two 40-year-old blokes get drinking soft drink? Well, you've just seen. Caesar, I think we're loving it. David says, which shops stock the Hall drinks?
So we're in Drake's Foodland on the run, as well as a host of independent delis, cafes. Happy to anyone that reaches out through the website. Happy to point them in the right direction.
Good one from John. Will you have a stand at the show? Are you doing anything at the Adelaide show? Have we put you under the pump here? Can you whip something up for us by September?
Probably not this September.
Okay.
But I would love to I have thought about it before, and I'd love to have sort of Halls Velcro wallets and all sorts of old trinkets that I used to get from the show. But
great.
Not this year.
Andrew says, my favourite is the Stony Ginger Beer. Used to drink that, the Snow Top and the Lemon Twist as a kid in the 70s. This one, Matt from Virginia, he says, Cameron, I love Halls drinks. Can I say thank you for your insight putting them into glass bottles? It tastes so much better and it lasts longer. Keep up the good work. And Quentin says sarsaparilla is the coriander of soft drinks. How dare you, Quentin? We are blocking you from the text line. Cameron, first and foremost, congratulations what you and the team at Wollonga are doing there for the rejuvenation of Halls. We love that. Thank you so much. You're a man of your word. Thank you for that. That's, as I say, that's taken me back 30 plus years of being a child who just drank sarsaparilla like nothing else. So that is awesome. I'm
Excellent.
Going to share it around the office. Cameron Ballard, Halls support a great South Australian family. The Ballard support the company itself, Halls Drinks, which are back after years.
May I add as well?
Please.
Next week is Brand SA's Buy SA for SA week.
Yes.
Yeah, in conjunction with Food SA. You may or may not. There's a
so
fruiter.
we've got Ryan Honto, one of our sales gurus here. He's actually drinking a bottle of your fruiter as we speak here in the office.
Beautiful.
Sorry, so Buy SA
so
next week.
In conjunction with Food SA, I think there's 13 activations across Adelaide and the state potentially, culminating in one or more Friday the 1st. So you may or may not be able to pick up some giveaways of the Halls cans, but it's just such a great initiative. Wow. The believe it or not, the global billion-dollar corporations will survive, but it's the small family businesses in South Australia that people need to support.
Can I pinch one more of them, take it home so I can have it on ice cream tonight?
That's your carton.
I get the carton?
Yes.
Oh, I've never said this about another man on air. I love you, Cam Ballard. Thank you.
A big night tonight.
It is a massive night tonight. Thanks, Cameron. Cameron Ballard from Halls, folks.
If you want to know what's going on at the Port Adelaide Football Club, listen in to the FIVEAA Sports Show. Each week, Rowie and Timmy G chat with the players and coaches in the know. Thanks to Sharman Shelving. Sharman have moved their showroom next door into the Big White Building, still at 412 North East Road.
Finding the best schools and teachers in my area, discovering new extracurriculars, plus back-to-school advice. Education updates. That's news to me. Visit The Advertiser today.
Agatha Christie's breathtaking masterpiece. And Then There Were None. This best-selling crime novel of all time is now a brand new stage production. A tale of 10 strangers lured to a solitary mansion off the English coast. And Then There Were None, directed by Robin Nevin. Opens August at Her Majesty's Theatre. Book at andthentherewerenone.com.au.
The next chapter begins. Burnside Village is more sophisticated than ever. With our new elevated shopping experience, explore the 2-story Mecca flagship store and SA's only Coco Republic showroom. Plus JB Hi-Fi, Uniqlo, July, Style Runner, Age, Sea Folly, Nude Lucy and much more. Discover new fashion, home and lifestyle, health and wellness. Plus an additional 560 free undercover car parks. Burnside Village. Fashion, dining, lifestyle. burnsidevillage.com.au.
Life's a journey. As you grow older, every step should bring you more of what you want. And at ECH, they understand that. As one of SA's largest retirement living and home care providers, ECH offers more in every sense. More help at home, more support with your health, or the perfect new home to downsize to. ECH won't tell you where you should be, but they'll always support you to get more out of life. Visit ech.asn.au or call ECH today.
Living with diabetes? Ditch finger pricks with Freestyle Libre. Freestyle Libre is a small wearable sensor that monitors your glucose levels and trends and sends them straight to your phone. Instant, up-to-date feedback. No finger pricks. How good is that? And you can trial Freestyle Libre for only $15. Just head to freestylelibre.com.au to find out how. T's and C's apply. Follow directions for use. Read warnings before purchase. Free yourself from finger pricks with Freestyle Libre.
Deliver more with Toyota, the world's #1 forklift brand. Choose from a great range including pallet jacks, walkie stackers and reach forklifts, right up to their leading Toyota counterbalance forklifts. Legendary reliability and safety with cleaner, greener electric options. Toyota can tailor the right forklift solution for you. It's all part of the Toyota Forklift Advantage. For more, visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Get a Toyota forklift. Thinking of painting and don't know where to start?
We do, because we know paint at Crowe's.
So, visit Crowe's. And while you're there, join Crowe's Club to get 10% off everything.
We know paint at Crowe's.
5AA Afternoons with Leith Forrest.
5 minutes to 4. Sport show coming up. Stephen Rowe, Tim Ginniver. Don't spill it, Timmy, on the gear. Oh,
don't spill what, mate?
Listen
Come
to
on.
that.
It's a great sound, isn't it?
You would not have had a whole sarsaparilla for 25 years, at least. Doesn't it taste exactly like the old days?
It's great, yeah. And
it is.
It's funny, as a kid, a lot of people didn't like sarsaparilla because it was more of an adult sort of tasting one, but it was one of my favourites. I loved it. Yeah.
I don't know how we had the sarsaparilla syrup at the footy club growing up as kids.
And you made your own?
You made your own,
Yeah.
and then you would put carbonated water yourself on the old soda streams, or just drop some cola in and have a Sars and Coke.
So classic.
great.
Oh, that brings back a lot of memories
There you
too,
go.
doesn't it?
Well, drink that during the show. Just don't spill it. Otherwise,
Great call.
Gary, John and
Text
team
will be all over us.
and you'll be on the live stream. So you got no kind of excuse. Wasn't me, because we can go to the videotape. Big show?
Yeah, we've got a big show. We've got John Ralph coming on just to cover off a few of the happenings in AFL. Of course, the Stephen May tribunal gave him 3 games. They're going to appeal, so he's going to give us a bit of an insight.
What did you think
there.
in a nutshell?
I'm now of the opinion that what I would do, because of the seriousness around concussion, if it's a football act and somebody gets concussed, it's 1 game.
Yep.
If it is not a football act and they're concussed, then you're going to the tribunal, it's a 3 minimum. And I reckon most people would just about swallow that because they go, well, it wasn't in the act of football.
Yep.
It was outside of that,
I think he's stiff.
Perhaps falling down and putting your knees into somebody.
Yeah, that's 3.
Which goes straight through to the keeper.
Or a bloke who has his arms up and then they go down and then he bumps.
You
that's
got it.
3.
So you can tell what a footy action is and isn't. So I think that would be the go for me. But also there's talk about free agency and trying to clean up what people get for their free agent leaving. So we've had numbers as bizarre as Buddy Franklin getting pick 19 to James Frawley getting pick 3. And it looks like Oscar Allen will leave, and the West Coast want him to leave, and and they'd probably get pick 2.
Yes, that's not right.
That's not right either.
It's like the Colonel's Secret Herbs and Spices. Nobody quite understands how it works.
So Riley O'Brien will come in as usual. He does every week. Great chat. And, of course, we will have Craig Goodwin coming back to the Adelaide United Reds.
Great news. Timmy, thank you. Enjoy the SARS. Tim Geneva, Stephen Rowe next.
Coming up next, Adelaide's only local sport show. It's the very latest in sport, live from Adelaide. Enjoy the crisp, clear digital sounds now with the 5AA Player app. Always streaming, always Adelaide.
If you eat too much junk food or drink too many sugary drinks, toxic fat can build up around your vital organs, releasing dangerous levels of chemicals that bring